this is a very, I mean, there was some polling that suggests that Thad Cochran and the former right-wing radio host and really stunningly unaccomplished state legislator Chris McDaniel. I was reading, as I do often, background materials, and there was on such things, and there was an op-ed in I think it was the Neshoba Democrat, which I guess is a Mississippi paper, that just lampooned Chris McDaniel for his spectacularly unspectacular 6 years as a Mississippi state legislator, wherein his biggest achievement was getting 1 or 2 commendations for a local high school passed. He failed at almost 50 attempts to get special license plates issued for various groups around Mississippi. And his campaign apparently was rather lackluster. We will get into this sort of sidebar story of Jenny Martin, who is one of the co-founders of the Tea Party Patriots. She is now the head of the National Tea Party Patriots. She was on the ground trying to get a victory for Chris McDaniel. Chris McDaniel, of course, announced last night that he was essentially not conceding defeat in this race, and it was because of all the improprieties that took place, wherein there were reports of actual African Americans who apparently voted in this open primary, wherein state statute says you can vote if you did not vote in the Democratic primary and you have intention, which of course is unprovable and is obviously subject to change in the general election for the candidate that you voted for. But let's listen to Chris McDaniel as he gets in front of his followers and talks about the nefarious happenings that seem to have occurred across the state.
We were right tonight. We were right tonight.
Pause it. I'm not sure what he means by "we were right tonight," other than you lost, but go ahead.
So thank you. As you know today, folks, there were literally dozens of irregularities reported all across this state. And you know why? You read the stories. You're familiar with the problems that we have.
Pause it. Now, I wonder what he's talking about. What are the stories that they read? What are the problems that we have?
Well, he's talking about those dozens of irregulars.
Oh, yes. Let's go. The irregularities.
It's our job now. Now it's our job to make sure that the sanctity of the vote is upheld. Before this race ends, we have to be absolutely certain that the Republican primary was won by Republican voters.
Pause it. There is nothing in state law that says the Republican primary, which is an open primary, has to be won by Republican voters. And when we talk about sanctity of the vote, I am sure Chris McDaniel is going to be filing that amicus brief, arguing against all of the voter restriction and voter ID laws, which have been proven to disenfranchise hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of voters across the country. I won't hold my breath. Maybe if he gets some type of dictating software, maybe we'll see the amicus brief. Let's go.
And so we will stand with courage. We will stand with judgment. We will stand with integrity. And we will stand with dedication. This is our fight, conservatives. It's necessary for years, if necessary, alone. But we are not prone to surrender, we Mississippians. A strong and sturdy people we are, a brave people we are, a people that still can lead the conservative revival in this country, and we will lead the resurgence. That begins right here in Mississippi. God bless you all. This has been a great night. Thank you for being here. We'll see you soon.
And so Chris McDaniel rides into the sunset, accompanied by judgment on his left and integrity on his right. Then forthrightness, sort of just riding side saddle with him. Strength and alone and years to come, this fight. I mean, I think he'll probably go back into talk radio and do quite well in Mississippi.
I wish we could have that sound with mash it up with the sound of a cross burning.
There you go.
That would be
the
perfect auditory accompaniment to the end of Chris McDaniel's political career.